Happy Saturday night, you guys. Tonight I was watching a Netflix movie. I had Victoria Justice in it. Don't understand what was going on. She died. I think it was called Afterlife of the Party or something. And I just wasn't feeling it. What is a girl almost 30 to do on a Saturday night alone with her animals is to read. I'm gonna take you along on like a reading week in my life. I'm gonna start with Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, but I haven't read a physical book in a hot minute. I don't even remember the last time I read a physical book. So we'll see how this goes. I'm drinking a kombucha, going to read this book, and we're just chilling. Why I have a hard time reading physical books is because I always forget to put my glasses on, and I'm like slightly dyslexic. All the words just blur together. I'm going to try my hardest to keep my attention span on the words. I'm on page 2. This is why I listen to audio books. I know it's not the same to everybody, but you know, it's what works for me. But I have so many physical books that I need to like read on my TBR that I gotta like start somewhere, and I feel like Colleen Hoover's a good place to start. And now I'm just rambling. I'm gonna keep reading this, and I'll check back in when I'm a little deeper in, other than 2 pages, and I will give you my thoughts and feels and all the things. Today is a rainy day, guys. It's so nice. Happy Sunday, you guys. Don't mind the cats in the background. They are literally spazzing out, doing their own little cat thing. It is a rainy day here in California. I live in Northern California, not in LA. It is just a nice day to read or do fun crafts or something. I got like a small chunk of this book done. I'm on page 60. And so I thought I would read this a little more. I might go to the gym. I was supposed to go on a hike today, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So something else might happen. I want to read this more, and it's really interesting so far. I've read a couple Colleen Hoover books lately, but they just weren't my favorite. Like I read 2 of her novellas, like Finding Cinderella and Maybe Not. And I did read, I can't remember what like Without Merit. Like I just haven't had a good Colleen Hoover book, in my opinion, in like a hot minute. So I think this one is going to be so much better than a couple of the ones that I've read. Not that the other ones are bad. Not saying that they're bad. They're just different. Or like I can't connect with every single book I read, you know? I'm just excited to dive deeper into this book and see what is happening, because I don't know what's gonna happen. There's already some like interesting plot character crossover things happening. When I heard that this book was about a mom, for some reason I pictured like a 40-year-old and like she had like a 20-year-old child. I don't know why, but this girl is like 26 and her kid's like 5, so it's a little different dynamics. I thought it was gonna be like older people, but it's still like pretty young. I don't know, it's just something I observed. Let's get reading. Okay, so I'm going to keep reading this. I don't want to use up all of my camera's memory card battery, and I'm just so distracted because our cats are on crack. They like to get into everything. They're like 6 months old, I think now, and they're just little devils. Okay, we're in a different spot. And ignore that board that says May, if you can even see that. But I had to take a break from reading the book because my eyes were just like, I should be wearing glasses when I am reading, but then I choose not to, and then I regret all my life decisions. So I just need a little break, you know? So I decided to start a new puzzle because I just finished one. It looks like this. And of course there's a cat on it. And I am listening to an audiobook. I'm on the 4th book of the Wolf Hotel series. It's called Surrender to Me by K.A. Tucker. It looks like so, and it's just giving me like major 50 Shades of Grey vibes, but like more intense, like more spicy, like really spicy scenes versus 50 Shades of Grey, which isn't as intense, I don't think. I haven't read 50 Shades of Grey in like a really long time, but I know it wasn't as bad as this one, but it's just giving me, not bad, I'm not saying this is bad. It's just giving me some 50 Shades vibes. So I'm actually really enjoying it. What are you doing? I feel like I probably wouldn't have kept reading it if it was physical books, but since I have them on audiobook, it's not as big of a deal. I could just listen to it like behind whatever I'm doing. I'm going to do this puzzle, listen to a bit of an audiobook, just trying to have like a chill Sunday. I don't have any work to do today. I did just do some like engagement on YouTube just because I want to like make friends, like people that are similar to me, like what they read. Like I'm just starting to break the surface of getting into this world again. I did have a TikTok where I was like starting to make connections, and then something happened in life and I stopped reading, so I stopped looking at that TikTok, unfortunately. So now I'm just trying to show up on YouTube and like just chill, get book recommendations, just have a nice time. That's the vibe of the day. And it's a little chilly and I feel like I need a sweater. And did I say that my hike got canceled? Because it got canceled. So let's do this puzzle and listen to a book. Should I listen to the rest of this audiobook? I have 57 minutes left. Or do I keep reading this book? Can you see? I'm almost halfway through. Almost there. It's really good so far. And very interesting perspective. Like with the woman who just got out of prison and the dynamic of her child living with somebody else's family. And like, I'm sorry, I just ate a lot of food and I'm like kind of spacey. I was thinking the guy who is Ledger looks like this guy from that show Sex Life, and he's on that new wine movie on Netflix. I don't know why, but he's giving me those vibes. And I feel like I don't normally give characters like a look. Like I don't choose like this person looks like Tom Cruise in my mind. I just kind of like, I don't even know. I haven't thought about it until this man. He looks like that in my mind. So either way, I'm going to read this. I think I'm going to just read this for right now and listen to the audiobook later maybe. I finished Surrender to Me by K.A. Tucker, and let me tell you, a really fun read. I definitely liked the last book. I didn't really like the third book. I'm pretty sure that's the one that I didn't love as much, but it was just good. I listened to it on audiobook, finished it this morning at the gym, I think. It was such a weird, so weird listening to these books in public. I'm thinking about reading Shipped by Angie Hockman. Looks kind of like that. It's so small and not going to focus because it's focusing on my face, but I heard good things about it. It's probably a good summer type read, and I'm gonna try it out. But of course I'm still reading Reminders of Him. I am like halfway through, so I will show you whenever I get more read out of it. That's my update. Finished a book, still reading the other book that I made this video for. My neighbor is literally cutting down every tree in his property, and his property is literally 2 steps that way. I have therapy in like 15 minutes, and I like switched all my stuff into a different room, and then they stopped, so now I'm back in this room. I don't know. I was supposed to have like a phone call for my business, but she didn't show. What is with these people that aren't showing? I just want to tell you guys I finished Reminders of Him. Might have shed like 1 tear or maybe 2 tears, and that's rare for me because I feel like in books I don't cry as much as like movies. The ending was really sweet and it was like a really happy ending. I'm really happy to see it end like this. I know probably most of Colleen Hoover's books, they're not going to be sad endings, you know, but it just made me so happy to like have everything kind of like come together. I don't think I could read a book with like an unhappy ending because that just like would be too sad. I think I'm gonna give it I think I'm gonna give this book a 4.95. I don't like it as much as I liked November 9. That is like my top Colleen Hoover book for some reason. Like when I read that, wait, I take that back. November 9 and Verity are my top Colleen Hoover books. So those are definitely 5 out of 5 for me. And then there's this one. Like I think this is up there with like Ugly Love and It Ends With Us for me. So 4.95. Wish I could do that on Goodreads, like make it a little 0.95 or not, it wouldn't be 0.95. This book was so good. I highly recommend you read it. It was different, like it had different dynamics and it had just like a very interesting storyline, and I feel like I needed that because like I said earlier in this video, I just read those 4 books from the Wolf Hotel series by K.A. Tucker. I guess Nina West, like I was saying, she's somehow involved in those books, so Goodreads doesn't have it completely wrong, but it probably should say K.A. Tucker on the Goodreads. But it was just nice to switch it up. This is the first physical book I have read this year. I've read some on Kindle, but like physical. I started the year with like a reading slump, so it took me a while, June, to read a physical book. Yeah, I didn't really read much in the beginning of this year because I moved and like a bunch of stuff happened, so starting the physical book off strong. And I'm tempted to now read Flock. I've read half of it and then I just like forgot about it, so I'm like tempted to start reading that next, but that can be for a different video. I'll put that in something else. But anyways, thank you guys for watching me read this book, and then I added like a random book in there by K.A. Tucker, the Surrender to Me book. I was finishing that on audiobook in this video. So anyways, let me know what book I should read next in the comments. And now I'm closer to completing my Colleen Hoover book journey. There's this giant truck trying to turn around. This is my neighbor's house, and right there is where they're doing all the tree work, so it's not very far. And now there's just a pile of wood in our cul-de-sac. I don't know what he's doing, but he's going in our driveway. Anyways guys, I'll talk to you guys soon, and excuse the beeping, but hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.